Should we start?
Just 2 minutes. We'll start.
Yeah.
We can start, ma'am.
Hello and welcome in today's nursing webinar quiz session. Myself Shanti, and we are going to have the quiz on medical surgical nursing. And before that, please do download the Kahoot app and enter this game pin number, which is 706786, which is displayed on the screen right now. Facebook users, you can always play via Facebook. You can select your comment and write on the Facebook, and you can just send. And for this quiz, we have Miss Prasanna Kumari, who is from Nursing Education and Training Department. I welcome you, Prasanna. And over to you for the rest of the session. Let us see what we have today in the quiz. It is going to be only 15 minutes quiz play. So let us start, and you can take over, Prasanna.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I can see. Welcome you all to the 19th Nursing Pro online quiz. And yeah, I think you all are so excited to play this game. Yes, I welcome you all. I can see 51 people joining today to play this quiz. Yes, as ma'am has said, you have a QR code. You can log in through it. And those who are joining through Facebook, you can post your answers in the comment section. Yes. And yes, people are joining. It's good to see good number. Yes, Veera Babu, we can see on the board, Veera Babu, Mahi, Papi, Olivia, Sherin, Priscilla. We welcome you all. Pravina, Mauni, Swati, Anjali, Chandana, Milu, Laya, Shanu Raju, Pujita, Prava, Vani, Varalakshmi, Ravali, we can see Manasa, MS Manohar, Vijaya Pallavi, Aksha, Samshir, Soni Nirmala, Hassan Jamun, Sushi, Debraj Rana, Alex Kuriakos, Vanilla, Betty. Yes, we welcome you all this afternoon to play this quiz. Yes.
So we are starting now.
Yes.
Are we starting now, Prasanna?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes.
We are going to start this quiz. Welcome to the 19th Nursing Pro Quiz on Medical and Surgical Nursing. So we are going to start within 2, 1. Yes. We welcome you all. Are you all ready? Yes.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, good to go. We are good to go. Yes. So these are the secrets to win the game. First is eliminate the wrong answer first. Then select the right options. Check for multi-selects and double points. And most vital is fastest finger first. So these are the secrets to win the game. I hope you all will follow all these secrets and try to win.
So I would like to tell here multi-select means if the question is given and the options are 4 or 5. So you got to select whether it is 1 or 2 options which will be right always. So you got to select whether it is A or B or A or C. For example, that is called multi-select. So we can just go ahead. Yes, Prasanna.
Yes. So we have 3 rounds in this quiz. Round 1 will be on role of vasopressors in emergency care. Round 2 will be on emergency management of poisoning. And round 3 will be on trauma care, nursing fundamentals. Yes. So here we are going to start with round 1, that is on role of vasopressors in emergency care. So this is a first question. What are vasopressors preliminary used for? Options are reducing inflammation, increasing blood pressure, lowering blood sugar levels, treating infections. I repeat the question. You have less time, 10 more seconds. What are the preliminary role of vasopressors? Reducing inflammation, increasing blood pressure, lowering blood sugar levels, treating infections. Your time is up, and 33 of them have answered the right answer is increasing blood pressure. Let us check the scoreboard. Who is on the top? Swati is on the top. Very good. Sumanta and Shakira, Pravina and Kavita. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Good. So we'll see the rationale for this answer. Vasopressors are medications that constrict or that is tighten blood vessels, which increases blood pressure and helps ensure that vital organs receive adequate blood flow. Good. So we have a second question coming up. Which of the following is a common vasopressor used in the treatment of hypotensive shock? And the options are acetaminophen, noradrenaline, insulin, atorvastatin. I repeat the question. Which of the following is a common vasopressor used in the treatment of hypotensive shock? Acetaminophen, noradrenaline, insulin, atorvastatin. And time is up. So 57 people have answered. Yes, 51 have answered the right question. And right answer is noradrenaline. Let's see the scoreboard. Swati is leading with 1,889 and Shakira, Kavita, Ishu and Soma. Good going. Yes. Shall we see the rationale? Noradrenaline is commonly used as a first-line vasopressor in the treatment of hypotensive shock due to its vasoconstrictive properties. Yes, we'll go to the next question. Question number 3. So these are double points. You'll get double marks for this. Which vasopressor is often preferred for patients with cardiac arrest due to its strong beta-adrenergic effects? And the options are vasopressin, adrenaline, dopamine, phenylephrine. And you have 10 more seconds to go. And the options are vasopressin, adrenaline, dopamine, phenylephrine. 42 people have answered already. Yes, 5, 4, 3, quick, 2 and 1. Yes, let's see the right answer. Right answer is adrenaline. 36 people have answered. Let's see the scoreboard. Who is on the top? Yes, Swati has come down. Shakira is going up on the first place. Good to go. Yes, keep answering. Yes, let's see the rationale. Adrenaline is often administered in cardiac arrest, which can increase heart rate and cardiac output, help increases blood pressure. Good? Yes. You have a multi-select option now. You can select more than 1 or 2 options. Yes. Which of the following are contraindications for the use of vasopressors? And options are uncontrolled hemorrhage, septic shock, acute MI, hypovolemic shock without adequate fluid resuscitation. Okay, you have 8 more seconds to go. Which of the following are contraindications for the use of vasopressors? Options are uncontrolled hemorrhage, septic shock, acute MI, and hypovolemic shock. Yes, the right answer is A and C, uncontrolled hemorrhage and acute MI. Yes. So we'll see the scoreboard. Who is on the top? Shakira is leading. Ravali has come up. Kavita, Olivia, Swati. Good to go. Yes, let's see the rationale. It can cause vasoconstriction, reducing blood flow to peripheral tissues. Can also increase myocardial oxygen demand and worsen ischemia during an acute MI. Yes. So we have finished with round 1. So now we are going to play round 2. This is on emergency management of poisoning. Here comes the first question. What is poisoning? What is poisoning? And the options are an allergic reaction to food, introduction of a harmful substance into the body, a bacterial infection, or a genetic disorder. I repeat the question. What is poisoning? An allergic reaction to food, introduction of a harmful substance into the body, a bacterial infection, a genetic disorder. And time is up. 62 people have answered. 57 have answered right. And the right answer is introduction of a harmful substance into the body. Let's see the scoreboard. Yes. Yes, Shakira is leading. Very good. Ravali, Kavita, Swati, and Olivia are following in all those positions. Good. Let's see the rationale. Poisoning occurs when a harmful substance is ingested, inhaled, injected, or absorbed through the skin, leading to potential damage or disruption of normal body functions. Okay, we'll go to the next question. Coming up with double points, here is a chance for you to come up which antidote is used for paracetamol poisoning. Options are naloxone, atropine, N-acetylcysteine, dexamethasone. I repeat the question, which antidote is used for paracetamol poisoning? Options are naloxone, atropine, N-acetylcysteine, and dexamethasone. 54 have answered, 3 more seconds, 2 and 1. Yes, let's see how many of you have answered right. Yes. The answer is N-acetylcysteine. 40 have answered well. We'll see the scoreboard. Who is on the top? Shakira is leading again. Very good. Ravali, Kavita, Swati, and Olivia on second, third, fourth, and fifth. Very good. Let's see the rationale. N-acetylcysteine is a specific antidote for paracetamol poisoning. It prevents liver damage. Good. Good. Everyone is doing good. Yes. Next question. Which of the following is a common method used to prevent absorption of ingested poisons? And the options are gastric lavage, administering IV fluids, induce emesis, provide oxygenation. You have 10 more seconds to go. 40 have answered. Which of the following is common method used to prevent absorption of ingested poisons? Gastric lavage, administering IV fluids, induce emesis, and provide oxygenation. Yes, the right answer is gastric lavage. 54 have answered right. But let's see the scoreboard who is leading. Shakira is again leading. Very good, Shakira. Ravali is followed. Very good. Let's see the rationale. Gastric lavage is used to remove ingested substances from the stomach, thereby preventing further absorption of the poison into the bloodstream. Very good. Till now, you have been doing good. Let's go to the next question. That is your multiple select. Which of the following are key components of nursing management for a patient with poisoning? Administering antidote, monitoring vital signs, encourage oral hydration, provide oxygen therapy. You have 10 more seconds to go. 8 have answered. Which of the following are key components of nursing management for a patient with poisoning? Administer antidote, monitoring vitals, encourage oral hydration, provide oxygen therapy. Okay, the right answer is A and C. Administering antidote, monitoring vital signs. 44 have answered right. Yes, Shakira is leading. Ravali, Kavita, Swati, Ishu, very good. Keep going. Yes, very good. Let's see the rationale. Administering antidotes can neutralize the poison or mitigate its effects, and regular monitoring helps detect deterioration in the patient's condition. Let's move. So this ends round 2 and we're going to enter into round 3. It's on trauma care nursing fundamentals. Here comes a question. Yes. What is a primary assessment tool used in trauma care to quickly evaluate a patient's condition? And the options are Glasgow-Coma scale, Braden scale, Morse fall risk assessment scale, or Apgar score. I repeat the question. What is a preliminary assessment tool used in trauma care to quickly evaluate a patient's condition? Glasgow-Coma scale, Braden scale, Morse fall risk assessment scale, Apgar score. 67 have answered. Yes, the right answer is Glasgow-Coma scale. 56 have answered right. Let's see the scoreboard. Who is leading on the first, second, third, and fourth? Shakira again is leading. Ravali is also next. Kavita, Isha, and Olivia. Very good. Keep answering. Let's see the rationale. The Glasgow-Coma scale is used to assess a patient's level of consciousness and neurological status quickly. Good. Yes, we'll move to the next question. What does the A, B, C, D, E approach in trauma care stands for? Options are airway, breathing, circulation, disability, exposure, airway, breathing, compression, depth, assessment, breathing, compression, defibrillation, evaluation, or airway, breathing, consciousness, disability, and environment. Let's see who is. Yes, 57 have answered. Coming last 2, 1. Yes, the right answer is yes, airway, breathing, circulation, disability, and exposure. 46 have answered right. Let's see the scoreboard. Who is leading? Shakira is again leading. Ravali followed. Kavita, Ishu, and Arya. Very good. Keep going. Let's see the rationale for this. ABCDE approach is a systematic method used in trauma care to prioritize and address life-threatening conditions. Very good. So we'll move to the next question. What is the purpose of a secondary survey in trauma care? And the options are to conduct a quick assessment of life-threatening conditions, to perform head-to-toe examination, to administer emergency medications, to document the patient's medical history. 34 have answered yes. 5 more seconds to go. What is the purpose of secondary survey in trauma care? Let's see. Yes, the right answer is to perform head-to-toe examination. 36 have answered, 14 have answered right. Yes, let's see the scoreboard again. Who is leading on the top? Shakira is leading still. Very good. Ravali, Kavita, Ishu, Ruchita. Very good. Let's see the narrationally for this. The secondary survey is a detailed head-to-toe assessment to prevent life-threatening conditions. Very good. Till now, you have done good job. Yes, we'll go to the multi. Next question is double points. You can score well. Why fluid management is important in trauma patients? Options are to maintain adequate blood pressure, to support tissue perfusion, to improve pain control, or to facilitate wound healing. Yes, 6 answers are coming up. 10 more seconds. 12 have answered. Why fluid management is important in trauma patients? To maintain adequate blood pressure, to support tissue perfusion, to improve pain control, to facilitate wound healing. Yes, the right answer is A and B. To maintain adequate blood pressure, to support tissue perfusion. Right. Let's see the rationale for this. Adequate fluid resuscitation helps restore blood volume, and ensuring tissue perfusion is crucial for preventing organ failure and prompt recovery. Very good. Till now, you have done a good job. So congratulations to the winners. Yes, we'll see who is on the third, second, and first who have won this 19th quiz.
Oh.
Yes, who is the winner will announce you shortly. Yes, who is on the third? Kavita is on the third. Congratulations. You have done a good job. Second position is a Ravali on second. And who is the winner of this 19th Pro Quiz? Yes, Shakira. Very nice. Shakira, congratulations. You have done, all have done a good job, and you three are the best. Yes. So thank you all so much for joining us for this quiz.
Yeah, that was very interesting quiz. Well played. I think I should meet Shakira. We don't know who is Shakira. We know Ravli and Kavita, but Shakira, we must find out. Thank you so much, Prasanna, for the wonderful play. And when we are talking about the primary survey or secondary survey in terms of trauma care, in all the tertiary care hospitals, we do have a nursing the trauma care pathway where the nurses will always assess the patient on the level of injury right from head to toe assessment. So that was a little clue I would wish to give everybody. So keep logging in for every Thursday for the beautiful webinar update. And thank you, everybody. Stay safe. We end the session.